Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Mahesh Vishwakarma and let's talking about cricket. The game it's changed unbelievable 16 days to after and uploads videos. So let's talk about cricket. What is a cricket game? A cricket is a very genuine game, the fantastic game, the priority this time and situations to be adopt your crickets. So that's game is important, but still it's going to be very difficult situation to be and how to be productive in this game and how to be productive in this challenge. So uh, let's talk about the cricket. It's very perfect example for this time, and this Ananya Birla is it's very different girl on the world. So Ananya Birla it's by RCB 60,500 CR crore. So that's important is not like cricket is a very fantastic game. So it's very genuine the fantastic game, and the priority is the time to time to increase your productivity to be productive, and be laziness, be free, be be important this time, and you luck so much we be productive for luck. And he's decide to luck, how can I do that, how can I productive, how can I be a very fantastic guy in this cricket. So many people he's realized the cricket game is a very genuine particular format in the tournaments for the world, but likely the it's embarrassing feel the ground staff and the ground uh, cricketers it's not be just playing the game. So decided cricket is a very fantastic formats. So with the tournaments we alibaba.com, so we at google to create on the site, so luck you much. How can I be decide to people is I said can do what you much for me, and you be decide to look for me the cricket game is very genuine platform in this world. So the, the thing is, how can I decide the people is think about the cricket, know more about cricket, that's a game of importantly very much, and the proud of be yourself, and the airlines airways any formats for be perfect example for does, and do does how to be do what you much. So what you much, how can I do that? That's cricket is a fantastic game, but I know it's not be very luckily so much for more. And we are people he can it's not be realize the point and do what you much, and what you much for luck has to be try to be understand can be try to be very luck much. I decide for much more. I decide why very much more, and very much more is the less money on then particular game. This decide to be culture and that's game, and culture is this that's game. So what you much for me, I like that very much the game of the particular situations for me. So you cannot understand you are a cricket the game. It's power of limit, and a power of limit. It's decide to be embarrassing. Think about cricket, and cricket it's about just the game of player, and player he's decided to be embarrassing feel girls, and girls be watching cricket, cricket is girl watching, and then people he's realize girls it's embarrassing. So what you much more likely that, and that's people he realizes can do that and can do that for me. Luckily understand you cannot that not that for basic format it is completely changed now, and you are completely changed for me, not decided for like me. If the people really realize that can be attached to the formats, and they attach your formats life for lively, and that's game it's importantly, how can I do that, how can I mail very much on this game, and the particular situation is be decided for much. The timely it's right now, but timely it's very comfort zone to be comfort area. It's not location that's time to be very important for me. That's a good point, but it's realized not very much on that point, and that point is the much of very much likely that cannot be of decided and be or decided from very much of the luck. The situation we be adopt, and the situations we adopt to try to be understand how can I do that, how can I realize that for me of very much on that point, but it's realizing that cannot be very much for me. So who can do that, how can I do that, how can I realize this point with the free of free of cricket, free of watch of cricket, free of watch of foods, free of watch of many times of do that and do that. How can I watch that? We are luckily so much of love and love most of feelings. So please decide that with luck to watch much merry love support and the game and love support are very much of players and love support we be try to be cannot be understand you power of limits and limits power of your self confidence. So decide that for me. How can I do that? For me luck it's very much for that and reason I reasonable. So people cannot do that and you are very much for me likely that it's about of cricket is very just formatly completely changed now. Like that is important we love of support cricket and cricket support love. Cricket is very fantastic game on that game, but still it's cricket just a game. It's not about a very big deal. It's not completely will be about of your future is completely future about yourself. It's shooting today. How can I do that? How can I feel that? How can I realize that? So please you cannot be a lack of much of more of the cricket of very much more on the ground of staff and you decided for me. That's game it's very importantly but still is not a be lack of much of very interesting formats on the game and the game is realized cannot be for me. So you cannot also cricket watch the game. That's game it's very importantly formats on the ground but still luck much very much on the ground and still to follow it well and format you feel like just game on do it well and do it well. The format is very fantastic game on the world. How can I realize that can be attached your format? So cricket is a very fantastic game. I will be better to try to understand cannot do that for me like such a more think about the people his relation can do that for too much for me. Likely that's importantly cricket the game just the players about MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma and Ishan Sharma playing the Gujarat Titans and Gujarat Titans is playing the ground of downs. After then can be attached for me. So what if we decide to luck? How much can understand the power of limits and limits power of the can be understand you do much more and do much more of the formatly and the completely change now and you will be decide to be luck. How much can do that? How much realize that can be attached formatly and such a more thing, such a more ability for me like just the game of the cricket, just game of cricket luck so much we be cannot be completely assuming power of such a more times such a more times of power of limits can be decide you for much of more and you be decide to much more for power of limit. My only words of the power of limits has a can be decide power of limitations to under you much more to very better for me. That game is very importantly but try to be understand you can consistency of limit of the power of systems. The power of systems has been can be realized that's power of systems and then power of systems will be tried to very best on their darkest moment. Do you first ask the cricket of the game as you wake up early and first ask is the making up for first bet.